Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bannister's Garage. Today I'm going to take you through the process of stripping the door down to bare metal. You're going to use paint strippers today, maybe a little bit of mechanical stripping. I'll show you everything I'm going to use and the whole process, so enjoy. Alright, so today we'll do the driver's side door, paint strip it all back to bare metal, chuck it into some epoxy. Door looks alright, so hopefully there's not too much bulb or anything underneath, but time will tell. Alright guys, so we're going to use the KBS Rust Blast today. So I've got that in the bottle there, a bit of water there to neutralise it. I've got the Resto Finish Epoxy. It's a 4-to-1 mix, so it can be used as high build, reduced at 20%, 30% for a sealer, and can be reduced up to 40%. Spray gun, 2.0 tip. I've got a little bit of paint stripper, got some wire wheels if we need them at any stage. Gloves, respirator, DA, some rags, some 80 grit, and a little grinder. So that's everything we need for the day. So hopefully all goes well. Alright guys, so what you'll see me doing here is just a little bit of 80 on my hand, just scratching up the panel just before I put the paint stripper on. All it does, it just helps it bite in a bit more, just makes it a little bit easier, makes the job a little bit quicker, and it literally takes 2 minutes, so I think why not? That's the way I was taught, so that's the way I do it. Don't have to do that, but yeah, I think it's a good little tip if you want to try and get through the work a bit quicker, or just want to try and give it a go and see how it works. So yeah, thanks. So this is all you're looking for once you've scratched it up a little bit. Nothing major, it's just a tiny couple of scratches everywhere, and that's half that hasn't, so you can sort of see the comparison. Nothing major, extra 5 minutes work, if that, just to get a little bit extra bite on your paint stripper and you're good to go. Another little tip I like to do is just run a bit of tape along the edge here, all the way around, because you can buzz that all off with the DA instead of getting paint on underneath, just in case. You know, it's a good habit to get into if you're doing a bonnet or something that doesn't need spraying underneath. Then that way you got a bit of insurance there that's not going to leak under the underside and start peeling the paint from underneath. Alright guys, so the way I like to put the paint stripper on is just put a fair amount on and just dab it around. But as you know, when you try to do something in a certain way, it never happens that way. It's very, very hot in the shed. So it started running pretty quick, so I had to just brush it on, which is fine. You can do it any which way as long as it's on there and, reasonably covered. But yeah, as you watch this, you'll be able to literally see it start biting and start frying up in real time. Just as I go around to the backside to start on the top of the door, you can see it fry up. It's pretty cool to see in real time. But yeah, that's just how easy it is and how well it works. So yeah, give that a go and see how you travel. Once I've got everything coated in the paint strip and everything's evenly done and I'm happy, I'll get some car plastic and lay over the top just to help the chemicals stay in and continue to bite and not dry out, keep all the solvents from escaping. So you'll see that at the end of the video of what I do there. Alright guys, so that's been now sitting for 10 to 15 minutes with the plastic on it. As you can see, it's all fried up nicely. What I like to do is just grab an old bog card and a bucket underneath and literally just scrape it into the bucket to save clean up later. But yeah, as you can see, it peels off pretty easy. It's just a little bit sticky on the areas that have filler and stuff. You have to get that with the DA sander. But all in all, it comes off fairly well, which is, you know, the way it's meant to be. It's pretty good. So give it a go. Don't be scared. It's a little bit messy, but nothing wrong with that. Alright guys, so that's it after one pass, nearly all off. So what I'm going to do now is just put a little bit around the edges, like you can see here. I've put a bit more just to help the little bits that are underneath that didn't quite lift up. They'll lift up soon. And yeah, once that's all done, be able to scrape the rest off and come back with the DA. You can literally see how quick the process is. Literally while the other one had the plastic on and frying up, I got some 80 out, scraped up all this this door, put the paint stripper on top, put the plastic on, all in a matter of 3 minutes. Alright guys, so this is the second pass on the first door. As you can see, there's still a fair bit of filler in it, bits and pieces, but it looks pretty good. What I like to do now is grab a spray bottle with water in it to neutralise the paint stripper. People use thinners and all sorts of things, but water is literally the only thing that will neutralise the paint stripper. So I'll give that a good old soak and wipe it off with a rag, and then you can go from there with the DA or whatever you need to do after that. Alright, all wiped down, ready for the DA. We'll give it a quick buzz and see how it turns out. This is the other one. Fair bit more filler in this one, so see how nasty it is once we get some epoxy on it and give it a rub. Alright, all the paint's off now, all clean. I'll get ready to put some rust buster on it. I'll just take all the paint off this one, get that all nice and shiny, and then I'll come back and show you the method of the rust buster. Alrighty, so the rust buster's been on for 20 odd minutes now. So it's done its job. There's a little bit of surface rust and stuff on it. I just wanted to knock over. This stuff's pretty good at etching as well, so that's the whole reason why I've done the whole panel. Same way as when I did the paint stripper, you get water, neutralise that, give that a good old spray, wipe it down with a damp cloth, and then just let it dry, and then you're good to go to hit it with something else. Can last up to 30 days uncoated, depending on your climate, so that's pretty good. Alright guys, got done with the rust blaster. Alright guys, as you can see, it's all done now. It's got that little bit of a hue looking colour. It's a little bit bronzy, bluey. That means that the chemicals have worked from the rust blast. So now it's got a chemical etch and a mechanical bond as well, ready for the epoxy. With the sandblast in here, there's a rust piece, and it turned out to be a rust hole. So I'll still epoxy and I'll just weld that later. Alright guys, I'm just going to mix up this here epoxy. It's a 4-to-1 mix. So let's find the 4-to-1 and we'll pour it in. Pretty thick stuff, took about 5 minutes to mix up. There's that part done. It's like resin, this stuff, it's great. Perfect. Now for high build, reduce it to 20%, which I will do. We'll see how it goes. Alrighty, it's got a 15-minute induction time, so I'll see this together and I'll be back.
You feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions, and it's too much sometimes. Mix the potion, mix it up, girl, put it in motion. Are you burning or dying? There's no compromising. Make up your mind, we're running out of time. It's so hard to try, but it feels one-sided. Just make up your mind, lay it all on the line. So deep in there, I can see the bottom. So deep.
Alright guys, that's lemon epoxy.
Pulling your thorns out my clothes.
Yeah, thanks heaps for
your poison spread to my soul. You say you love me one day, next you don't. Knowing damn well feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions. And it's too much sometimes, mix the potion. Mix it up, girl, put it in motion.